The Marine Corps has begun fielding its new grenade launcher. The M320A1 is a single-fire system that can be employed as a standalone weapon or mounted onto another, such as the M27 infantry automatic rifle. The weapon system will enable Marines to engage adversaries day or night. The M320A1 is a 40mm grenade launcher intended to replace the M203A2 currently used by the Marine Corps, said Captain Nick Berger, Marine Corps Systems Command's project officer for the M320A1. It's a weapon designed for the infantry fire team grenadier. In the second quarter of fiscal year 2020, the M320A1 program reached initial operational capability when MCSC fielded the weapon and provided new equipment training to Marines from the 2nd Marine Expeditionary Force aboard Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. We're teaching 2nd MEF how to properly employ the M320A1, said Berger. With classroom training, where Marines learn to maintain and operate the system, participants learn to assemble, disassemble, and troubleshoot the weapon. Marines also participated in live fire exercises that enabled them to configure, shoot, and test various other aspects of the system. Gunnery Sergeant Joseph Jackson, MCSC's lead uniform new equipment trainer for the event, said participants responded well to the training. They seemed to learn a lot about this new weapon, he said. They were really engaged and asked a lot of questions. The M320A1 will provide good range and accuracy, making the infantry squad more lethal, said Lieutenant Colonel Tom Howe, Program Manager for Infantry Weapons and Marine Corps Systems Command's Ground Combat Element Systems. The functionality of the M320A1 makes it unique, said Howe. Its ability to be used as a standalone or in conjunction with a firearm should help warfighters combat enemy forces. The weapon will replace the M203 grenade launcher currently employed by Marines. The mounted version of the M320A1 is a capability we're currently working on so that Marines have that option should they want it, added Howe.
You're gonna come up during test day.
Before the Marine Air Ground Task Force receives the M320A1, the Corps must draft technical documents for the weapon. These publications provide Marines with further information about the system. In early March, Ground Combat Element Systems collaborated with Fleet Maintenance Marines and logisticians from Albany, Georgia, conducting various analyses to determine provisioning, sustainment, and new equipment training requirements for the system. The first evaluation was a level of repair analysis, or LORA. A LORA determines when a system component will be replaced, repaired, or discarded. This process provides information for helping operational forces quickly fix the weapon should it break. The LORA establishes the tools required to perform a task, test equipment to fix the product, and the facilities to house the operation. It's important to do the LORA now in a deliberate fashion so that we don't do our work in front of the customer, explained Howe, and it ensures the system they get is ready to go, helping them understand the maintenance that must be done. The second evaluation was a job training analysis, which provides the operational forces with a training package that instructs them on properly using the system to engage adversaries on the battlefield efficiently.
Weapon on safe.
This process helps us ensure this weapon is both sustainable and maintainable at the operator and Marine Corps-wide level, said Captain Nick Berger, Project Officer in Infantry Weapons at MCSC. It sets conditions for us to field the weapon. Before the net, the program office solicited assistance from MCSC's Advanced Manufacturing Operations Cell. enabling MCSC to field the M320A1 ahead of schedule. AMOC serves as a 24/7 help desk for Marines who need assistance with 3D printing and other manufacturing solutions. Berger approached AMOC about 3D printing a hammer strut tool to remove the trigger from the M320A1. As Audette explained, manufacturing the tool traditionally would have taken more than 300 days. While the manufacturer is still required to produce the parts, the program office preferred to expedite this process to field the system more quickly. AMOC produced a 3D printable version in just a few hours. Without AMOC's assistance, Marines couldn't have maintained the system if it broke, and the program manager for infantry weapons would have had to limit the number of weapons we put in the hands of fleet Marines, said Berger. Thanks to AMOC, more than a dozen infantry battalions, School of Infantry East, School of Infantry West, and the Basic School will all receive M320A1s this fiscal year. During the net, Gunnery Sergeant Jason Waddle, the squad advisor for the Infantry Small Unit Leader course at SOIE, raved about the advantages of the M320A1. He said the system is versatile, yet simple and easy to handle. Reloading it and unloading it are easy compared to other systems we've had in the past, said Waddle. Users load and unload the M320A1 from the side of the weapon rather than from underneath it, as was the case with the legacy system. This is a major advantage because the breech of the weapon is clearly visible, and the shooter can more easily load while in the prone or lying down position, said Berger. Additionally, if the Marine experiences a misfire and the round must be removed from the barrel, it is safer to have the barrel released from the side and retain the ammunition than to have it release and potentially fall to the ground from underneath, added Berger. Lance Corporal Leandra Begay of 1st Battalion, 2nd Marine Division Bravo Company agrees the weapon is an overall improvement from the M203A2. She and other participating Marines appreciated the opportunity to familiarize themselves with the M320A1. I think it's great that they allow some of the infantry units to get their hands on the weapon, learn more about it, and even shoot it, said Begay. Some people who sat in on the class can then teach that information at the small unit levels. Berger said the M320A1 full operational capability is slated for the 4th quarter of fiscal year 2024.